Call this meeting to order, April 15th, 2025. I'd like to welcome everybody. We'll have a moment of silence, then we'll have a pledge to the flag. Every pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Greer.
Here.
Mr. Matheson.
Here.
Mr. Robinson.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here. Item number 3.
Excuse me just a minute, Kevin. Before
Yes,
we
sir.
get started, I'd like to say a little something here.
Sure.
Start out with, I was elected for first elected of Johnson County School Board in 2018. I have tried to the best of my ability to serve the taxpayers of this county by being honest in my decisions and ask questions to bring to light shady deals that we all know that are in the corrupt Johnson County school system. I have aspired to be honest and transparent, to hold everyone accountable and be available to hear from the parents and citizens. I do not appreciate nor do I condone the politics nor the good old boy philosophy that has invaded small town government. It has had a crippling effect on our county government and our school system. No director should be given the power that ours has been given for many years, and with long-term contracts to ensure her power and confidence in her job security to do as she wants. The only time the director has stepped up and being active in what is actually best for children is in the last few months when we were actually able to question her job and put the fear in her that her job was in jeopardy. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond some of our control and the lack of backbone in others, she is back to feeling pretty confident of her job security. I think that last month's meeting proves my point in the fertility of anyone on the board actually wanting accountability and change in the resignation of Kim Klein. You have shown that you do not want compromise, accountability, or honesty. You just want to be the good old guys and not rock the boat. Therefore, this will be my last night as a member of the Johnson County School Board, for I am resigning my position. The only way that this corruption can be corrected is for a formal internal investigation to transpire, and I cannot see that happening. Thanks to the parents and county citizens who have supported me in the last few years, and may God bless you and take care of your children. Go ahead, Kevin.
Do I hear a motion to accept that resignation?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Call roll.
Mr. Greer.
Hold on a second. Would you like to add last month's resignation to that?
Well, it's already noted in the minutes, but yes, we could go ahead, even though we don't have, we're using the minutes as a verbal resignation, we could accept those.
Mr. Greer?
Whatever you all think is best.
We'll do that. Add that to that. Call roll.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Matheson, I'm sorry, Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
and Mr. Long.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about that, but starting with item 3, recognition of visitors and delegations, and we still have a quorum. We have a 5-member board. We have 3 still on the board. We still have a quorum. Go ahead.
This month, we're honoring Johnson County High School, so Dr. Long. I'm going to turn it over to you.
We're honored to be able to host everyone tonight and the Board of Education. We thank you for being here, and it is our privilege to have you here and to host this meeting. Tonight, we want to recognize 3 outstanding employees. You could ask anyone who works here at Johnson County High School, and I am absolutely certain they would tell you that we simply could not do what we do day in and day out without these 3 ladies that I'm about to recognize. They show up tirelessly, do their jobs faithfully, cheerfully, and not to mention extremely well. I can't tell you how much we rely upon them, and I can't tell you how helpful they've been to me, and I know I speak for our entire school family when I say that. I'm going to tell you their names in just a moment, but first I'm going to tell you what positions they hold. They are our school secretary for the main building, our CTE secretary and bookkeeper, and our bookkeeper for the main building. Unfortunately, the first 2 of those are unable to be with us tonight, but I still want to tell you a little bit about them collectively. As any school person in the history of schools, as we know them, can tell you, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone more critical to daily operations than secretaries and bookkeepers. Lori Isaacs is our secretary in the main building, and Karen Blevins is our bookkeeper, and Julie Duggar actually fills both of those roles in the CTE building. And let me tell you, they make a difference every day. They love what they do, they love the school, they love the students and the staff, and it shows. To say that we're blessed to have them is an understatement. They go out of their way each and every day to help everyone, students, staff, parents, myself, and the assistant principals. Being in my first year as principal here, I can't tell you how many times I've went to them with questions about things that I'm still learning, and they know the answers. Even more, I can't tell you how many times I've realized we needed something or needed to do something, and I went to them with a, hey, I think we need to fill in the blank, only to find out they've already realized it and they already had it taken care of or in the works. These 3 are a dream team. So without further ado, I want to recognize Lori Isaacs and Julie Duggar, who aren't here this evening, unfortunately, for reasons that they couldn't help. And then also, I saved her for last because she is here. She's certainly not last. None of them are last. But Miss Karen Blevins.
Oh, sorry, the Tomahawk's with us tonight.
Thank you, Karen.
Have some more. Before we move on to the next one, I do want to recognize Jackson is running a little late. He has senior pictures tonight, so he will be here as soon as he can. But I do want to recognize Jackson and Julia. So Julia, come on down. I know they went to SCOPE last month and they presented their findings at SCOPE, but we got their official certificate from SCOPE, and I know you all got your TSBA magazine and it talked about SCOPE. And again, we have wonderful school board representatives. And I have noticed that one of the legislative items on there is for school boards to have school board representation, for them to have student representation. And we've been far ahead of that game for 20 years. So that just kudos to our board for stepping up and allowing us to have student representation on our board. So thanks you. And I do want to also add, if you did not get to see Clue, you missed out. We have some talent. Her and Jackson are so talented. So Great job. She's so funny.
Also, as I was finishing up, there was one thing that I forgot. We wanted to sort of just show you all a token of our appreciation and just as importantly, highlight some of what our programs in the CTE building are capable of doing. So with pretty much surplus items, we have some, well, like I said, a little token for each of you. And Mr. McLean and Ms. Dishman are going to help me hand those out.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
When we were able to come back in November after the hurricane, all of our staff, and Ms. Jennings at the CTE building made these for us, but all of our staff on that first day back were wearing one of these shirts that says, "We are family and this is our home." And we wanted you all to have one of those.
Thank you.
And the other thing is a charcuterie board made by our construction department. So we're really proud of all the work that they do over there in the CTE building.
And then last recognition on our behalf is we are so proud of Miss Katie Lifford, and I don't want to steal Mr. Adams or Mr. Duggar's thunder, so I'm going to turn it over to them. But I can tell you, you're phenomenal, and we are proud of you. She is an FFA officer. So Katie, come on down, and I want to turn it over to Mr. Adams.
We're just so proud to have Katie here and as one of our students. And having a state FFA officer, I would compare this to probably winning the state championship. Would you say that, Mr. Duggar?
Oh, yeah.
So it is huge for us. It's huge for our FFA. And I've got a short video I'd like to show you when Katie actually won. And then
A 3-day convention.
And then if Mr. Duggar would say a couple of words, and then if Katie would actually tell what the process was, because this is not an easy thing to accomplish. So now.
A 3-day convention is a big crescendo in many ways to the final session where 8 new state officers are announced.
When I heard my name getting called, I really didn't believe it. I heard Johnson County and started getting pushed. And I took a second because I was trying to convince myself, they couldn't have called me. And I realized that they did, and I just remember running. I'm just looking forward to all the people, really, and helping boost agriculture, however that is, if that's helping meet people or helping advocate for new policies. I'm so excited.
Would you like to say a couple of words, Mr. Duggar?
Sure. This is a podium, right? Listen, what a great honor this was. I want to say something, especially given what I just heard. I've been doing this for like 23 years, and I've got the best kids I've ever had. I really have. Really, really good kids. I consider it a privilege to be able to instruct these kids, and especially to be in FFA and be able to mentor someone like Katie. What an outstanding, sincere, dedicated young woman she is. And she definitely makes us proud, and we're so very, very proud of her. She's going to stand up here and say a few words.
So obviously, I first want to say that I am so blessed to have this opportunity to represent Johnson County and East Tennessee so well. And if it wasn't for the support of our school system and all the opportunities I've had here, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. So a huge thank you for that. The process is definitely pretty rigorous. You start by having an exam. I believe it is 60 questions. And then you have a letter writing activity, and you also have 3 interviews. So you have your personal, and then or agricultural leadership. You have an ag issues interview, and then your group interview. And after that, you have jobs for the next 3 days that are from about 8 in the morning to 8 at night. And it's not necessarily in the rubric, but they're judging you on how you do your jobs and just how you conduct yourself as a person too. So thank you guys so much for all the opportunities I've been given.
you didn't say how many young people were involved.
There were 30 of us running, and so they have to pick one from each region, and they picked 8 in total. So there were 30 of us, and 8 were elected.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Here we go. Here's my presentation for the April meeting. All right. So first off, I have some pictures, since we didn't have a media presentation last meeting. I thought I'd show some pictures of our trip to the Scopes conference. Again, we had a lot of fun doing that. We really loved going there. Nashville's a beautiful city, and Belmont is a beautiful campus. That's actually where I've decided to go to college, is there. So I really love it there. I'm glad I get to go back. So that's us at Scopes. And then for at the high school, we had a senior here, Juan Rodriguez, made it to All-State Choir for the 2nd year in a row. And that's a tremendous honor. I know he really loves doing it. He was really excited about it. So congratulations to him for making that. And then here's some upcoming important dates happening at the high school. April 23rd is going to be your National Honor Society inductions. And then 28th is going to be National Technical Honor Society inductions. FFA Regional Banquet on the 29th. And then April 26th will be prom. That's next Saturday. And then we also have all your various sports or spring sports dates up there. I didn't have any dates for track to put up there, but I know they're going to a lot of meets. They're having a lot of fun with that. I'm friends with some kids on the team. They love doing track. So they're doing really good too. And then that's all I've got. Yep. Thank you guys.
If I don't want to prolong the meeting, but I want to interject one thing real quick since Jackson just got here and did his presentation. Great job, Jackson. But Jackson probably didn't want to tell you because he probably was being, he's too humble of a guy, but he also just finished first place in the Countywide Talent Show with Eli Stamper singing
Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good, and just shredding the guitar, and so he's definitely multi-talented, so congratulations to Jackson for that.
Thank you, Dr. Long.
We got all our talent of our students, so we're going to back up and talk about TCAT. Mr. Church.
Where should I go? I like a podium that feels somewhat secure. So first of all, good evening, Mr. Chair, board members. On behalf of the Tennessee College of Applied Technology, it's my pleasure to be here once again. I'm Richard Church. I'm the Vice President of Instruction at TCAT Elizabethton. Just this meeting, I see some folks are always looking at what's perceived as wrong, and then there's a lot of people that just want to see what's right and what can be salvaged and what's good. So that's kind of heartwarming for me to see. But tell you how much Johnson County means to us. We hired and staffed for the first time ever a full-time staff person that lives and works in Johnson County, Patricia Henderson. She's over our dual enrollment programming here at the CT building at the high school. She's our site coordinator for our night program, which is going on right now next door at the CT building. And she also is our primary contact for Northeast Correctional Center, where we have almost 100 students enrolled with us that are incarcerated, but we want to give them workforce training to be able to get out and be productive members of society. So, we've invested money to make sure that Johnson County is taken care of in our master plan, and that matters. Gwen Widener is with me. She's our dual enrollment coordinator. She hates when I point her out. She is my absolute right hand in this journey we've been on for several years. Just to give you a glimpse of what we've done in the last several years, in the fall of 2022, TCAT Elizabethton had approximately 600 students on 3 campuses, this one included, and we had about 10 dual enrollment students in 2 high schools. As I stand here before you in the spring of 25, we have 2,100 students on 6 campuses and in 20 high schools, in every high school in the region. I have to say the governor and the administration has put money into CTE. They know what matters for skilled trades, and they know that pathways and opportunities matter. I want to thank the school board. I want to thank Mr. Herbie Adams. I want to thank Dr. Simcox, Dr. Long for their commitment to CTE and technical training. It shows. I'm excited that we're bringing on even more programs here, meat processing, cosmetology, expanding the off-road diesel program. All of those programs will matter to workforce in the region and to the livelihood and economics in Johnson County. I also want to say that this is the only school district that we have been to every single term since we started this. I love a good competition. So we started this in the fall of 23, and I went back and looked at my records today, and Johnson County is the only school district that TCAT Elizabethton has recognized in the fall of 23, the spring of 24, the fall of 24, and now the spring of 25 of being our top dual enrollment partners, which opens pathways for students to have careers in technical and skilled trades. I also was happy last Thursday to see several administrators there because we recognized 6 Johnson County students that signed national letters of intent to attend TCAT Elizabethton in several of our programs. So once again, it's my pleasure to present Dr. Simcox, if you'll step up, and Mr. Adams, I know you're here, our bronze level dual enrollment award for this spring 25 semester to Johnson County Schools and Johnson County High School. We have currently 153 high school students on this campus enrolled in our programs, and actually now we have a couple driving to Elizabethton because they're on a release schedule, which is something we should always look at to release them and not hold them back to come to our campus, and they're in programs down there. So let's go over here so I know Robert wants to actually see us probably. So if everyone will help me congratulate once again Johnson County Schools on being our bronze level dual enrollment partners for spring of 2025. Thank you on behalf of TCAT. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. Parents Coalition.
Mrs. Stonecipher is under the weather tonight, so I'm going to be designated hitter on this one. Johnson County Parents Coalition had an active and impactful month, continuing their mission to bridge the gap between families and our school system through meaningful advocacy and action. This month, the coalition focused on 2 major initiatives, with the first being the 2025 Holiday Backpack Drive. Last year, with the incredible support of Rome Creek Baptist Church, the coalition was able to provide over 500 backpacks filled with food, clothing, toy, and hygiene products for students over the Christmas break. This year, they're aiming to expand that reach even further, but they cannot do that without your help. April's donation focuses on backpacks, big or small. Every contribution will make a meaningful difference, and they only ask that those donations be new, not used, so that every child receives something clean, reliable, and ready to go. If anyone would like to contribute or get involved, please reach out to Emily Stonecipher, and she would love to work with you on that. The second thing they're focusing on is advocacy on 3rd grade legislation. I'm excited about this because this could potentially be huge if it moves forward. The coalition voted to move forward in supporting efforts to change the current 3rd grade retention law legislation, specifically addressing the pressure and stress standardized test is placing on our children. Mrs. Stonecipher has been in contact with Representative Timothy Hill, and in a recent conversation with Mr. Hill, he shared that we can start working on this after session in preparation for next year. We should be done in about a week and a half and can start from there. This is an exciting development, and Emily will continue to keep everyone informed as discussions move forward. And she wanted to let everybody know that the Johnson County Parents Coalition is grateful for each of you for showing up, for caring, and for staying engaged. The work we do only matters because of the people standing behind it. Let's keep pushing for a better future for our students together.
Okay. Is anything else with that? All right, item number 5, public comments. Do we have any turned in? Okay. Item 6, approval of agenda. Hear a motion?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
A motion and a second for approval of the agenda. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Yes. Item number 7, consent agenda. Is there anything on there you'd like to pull off and look at individually? If not, do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Yes. Item number 8, 5-year plan.
For this month, the 5-year plan annually, the Board of Education will update a strategic plan for Johnson County Schools, and we have been working on that, and we'll have that to present to you all at next month's meeting.
Okay. Item number 9, GSBA membership dues.
Yes, this is just the annual dues we pay to TSBA. They do all of our policies for us. They're definitely a tremendous partnership to have, especially for school board members, because that's your association. They provide you all with training, able to get your CEO credits, and just the policy part that they handle for us is worth the cost.
And they did go up.
They did go up just a little bit.
TSBA is an invaluable resource for us. They are literally something I would consider vital, so I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second that motion.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
and Mr. Long.
Yes. Item 10, approve Massey Electric Company. Attachment number 10.
Yes, we talked about this in the work session. This is just the, I guess, the quote to be able to get internet access up to the baseball and softball field.
Mr. Chairman, I
Yes.
make a motion that we table this item and instruct the administration to publicly put this out for a competitive bid and bring it back to us once we've got a competitive bid to see if we can get a better price than what this is.
I concur. Got a motion to table you want it back next month or just whenever we get a bid?
Yeah,
It'd probably be too quick for next month.
probably looking at June.
June,
By the time
okay.
they can go through the process.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second to table for bids. Any further discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Yes. Item 11, approved county contract with Laurel Elementary, attachment 11.
Turn that over to Tina.
And this is on the state contract, and they're just needing to replace their current copier.
Something we do quite often.
Yes.
Okay, is it an improvement or is it just what they have?
There's always a slight upgrade in technology, but we always just ask that it consistently do what they ask for it to do. So it's not like getting a Cadillac
I mean,
or
it's
anything.
going,
It's
well, yeah,
just-
but I mean, it's gonna help them.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
It seems very reasonable as far as price, so I'll make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
Well, it's working hard tonight. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Call roll, please.
Mr. Graver,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
Mr. Long.
Yes. Item number 12, budget update.
Okay, and we talked a little bit about the local option sales tax, and that there'd been an increase from this month over the same month last year. Also looking at property tax, the same occurred, just a slight increase though over last year's. So you have a sheet on that. And then the next, you have a little packet. It's a summary financial statement. As you can see, in general purpose, the revenue is 77.4%. The expenditures, if you flip to the next page, is at 65.1%. So we are still ahead of our expenditures. And then lastly, you have an amendment in front of you, and this is just, the auditors just ask that you acknowledge any federal grants that we receive. And this is just the CTE Perkins Reserve. This will be used to purchase equipment for the new Kubota shop. Mr. Osborne has been working really hard on getting prices and quotes in for the items for this. So this is just funds that are gonna be used by the Kubota shop, and it also will pay or reimburse us for some staff development. So the auditors just ask that you all acknowledge that you've seen this and are aware of it.
We don't have to approve or anything, just, okay.
Just notes in the minutes that it's acknowledged.
Okay, cool.
And that's all that I have.
All right. Sure.
I've been sending you all dates to mark in your calendar for end of school activities. It's definitely that time of year. We do have presidential academic awards coming up, high school graduation, choral concerts, band concerts. So please keep an eye on that in your fact sheet. I think next week we have National Honor Society induction. U-Trust Appreciation Day is next Thursday, so we definitely appreciate all of our teachers and all of our employees. And one of the things we do during this day is central office, we send something to all our employees on behalf of the board, just for appreciation of everyone. So Jesse's been working on that. You do have in front of you, I think they left, we had a parent come and just hand this out to everybody. The middle school is having their auction and food truck rally on May the 9th. So you have a little brochure on that in front of you. Also, again, Jackson went in here. Jackson, I applauded you and Julia for your performance in Clue. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
And just want to let you know, next month's board meeting will be back in the boardroom. Now, in June, we will need to find a location because they have a program going on at Heritage Hall. And we already talked to Mr. Eggers about trying to move that in June. So in May, we'll be back in the boardroom.
Okay. Gentlemen, you change your anything?
No.
Mr. Graver, did you want to mention about maybe work session? Wait, so,
Okay.
You have anything?
No.
Okay. Appreciate the use of the high school. Always enjoy coming out to the schools. Thank y'all for coming out. And if we don't have anything else, I need a motion.
So moved.
And a second? Second. We are adjourned.